This is Jordan Tower with JT News.
Music, Apple. Spotify is the number one streaming service, but in terms of ownership, Apple's the number one retailer.
So let's get into streaming now. Let's talk about streaming and what you understand about streaming. I know you talk about this often on your blog, right?
I do. Yeah, I have a blog where I've broken down exactly what one of the artists that I work with makes in streaming. You know, I put exactly what his royalty statement, you know, which is an 80-20 split through his distributor, exactly what he earns from all the different streaming sites.
Nice.
It's kind of interesting because the one that pays the best is Tidal, which also has the least amount of subscribers. Yeah. And the one that pays the worst is YouTube, which has the most, not subscribers, but the most viewers.
Yeah.
But yeah, the payments through, I hear artists complaining about Spotify, but I have no complaints about Spotify. My complaint is YouTube.
So what is, break it down to me, like how many streams equal an album? Do you say, like, roughly?
It's 1,500 streams is what Billboard uses as their unit, as their measurement. I guess the way they did it, they made it so that there was some way to measure artists against each other. So you might have Drake that has, 100 million streams, and you might have a new artist that has 10 streams. There's got to be a way to measure those different projects other than just saying streams, because Drake is so much bigger.
Right.
Now,
what's a good amount of money? Let's say $15,000. How many streams do you think you would average? Would you have to do?
Each streaming site is different, and I hate to do this to you because you're right here asking me for an answer, but every streaming site is different. And if you go to my blog, which is industryreport.com, and you click on the streaming article, I had two of them up there, right? I had two streaming articles. One from December, royalty statement, and then one 6 months later, the August royalty statement. And I broke down how much each individual stream is worth from each company. And then I said, how many streams does this artist have to stream in order to make $100? So I broke it down both ways. Like, how many do you have to make $100, and how many?
Can we do a ballpark? Because I know they're off by fractions of a cent. So let's say $100.
Yeah, like I can do Spotify off the top of my head, and I can do YouTube. Spotify is like 0.003 cents, so 3/100ths.
So how many streams is that for $100?
I would have to put my article to tell you that. I suck at math.
What can we do? I mean,
and then
what's ballpark?
YouTube would be while we're talking, I'll pull it up and give you the exact number. But YouTube is 0.001.
Whoa.
Yeah, like it's really low.
Spooky.
Yeah, spooky low.
But they get the most hits. YouTube's the biggest streaming platform.
Do you what points are?
Somewhat.
And the way percentages work?
Yeah.
On sales?
Let's talk about
on when you're and I'm looking up the numbers for you, Jordan, while I'm doing this.
Sure.
When you're selling music, meaning downloads or CDs, the way you're paid is by a percentage of the sales. So you might hear me say that somebody has a 12-point deal or a 15-point deal. What that means is that it's a percentage. They're getting 12% of the retail selling price after they pay back all the money that's spent.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That's interesting. So when you guys hear 8 points or I got 4 points, that's just a percentage after recoup.
After recouping, exactly.
Yeah. And recouping can take a while.
It can. Most of the artists that I know don't recoup. It's really kind of sad. Most of the artists that I've worked with, like when I was looking at Young Buck's royalty statements, I realized that although he sold over 1 million records on his first release, he never recouped in his whole career.
Jeez.
Okay, so in order to make $1 at Apple Music, 196 streams.
Okay.
And this is for one individual artist who's a relatively new artist, right?
Yeah.
Then for YouTube, to make that same dollar, he would have to stream 776 times.
Wow.
just for $1.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's a big difference.
Yeah,
Big
it's almost
difference.
4 times as many streams.
Yeah.
Or a quarter of the money. Isn't that crazy?
So they're trying. That's why Leo Cohen's working at YouTube right now to try to fix that.
Exactly. And then this is the article where you can see it's I know it's really tiny.
Wendy has the biggest iPad in the game.
Yeah, I never even seen an iPad that big.
It's the Pro. It's the very first Pro. But that article will break down for you exactly how much each
Wendy,
stream is.
it's like Wendy took her flat screen off. Hold on. This is.
Exactly.
Okay. Now let's break down.
This is actually the new iPhone 7.
Yeah. Oh man. This is Jordan Tower, JT News.